We're joined up in New York, Baylor men's basketball national championship coach Scott Drew. Scott, thank you very much. We will get to the event, of course, at Rucker Park, which is great with the Big 12. You're a part of that, but Baylor and Duke revisited. How did this come about, and thank you so much for your time.
Well, it's good being with you, as always. As far as how did this come about, I think we've been looking for a chance to play Duke since 2010, and I think it finally worked out. So a great opportunity to showcase both programs right before Christmas. Also, with the break, it allows Baylor fans to have a chance to come up and do some holiday shopping in New York, hopefully catch the game, and then head back in time for Christmas. But Duke, obviously, with the players that are returning, most people got them 1, 2, or 3 in the nation, and it'll be a great test for us early in the year.
Scott, I do think it's kind of strange that the last one ended or changed, it didn't end on it, but changed on a controversial block charge call. And this year, there's a new focus on block charge as you go in to play them. What are your personal memories and feelings about that game that might be different than fans, and how it turned there at the end on the call on Quincy?
Well, I think for all of us, it was an unbelievable experience. I mean, I remember the first game when we played St. Mary's, showing up, and there had to be over 40,000 Baylor fans, and green and gold everywhere. And I heard just the line of cars that left after the Duke game heading back. There was a caravan all the way to Waco. So couldn't thank the fans for this for more of the support and love than they gave us. I mean, it was a phenomenal experience, something that our players will always remember, something that our coaches will always remember, walking in the dome and just seeing that, and the outside of it, and with everyone tailgating, and the Baylor flags and everything before the game. But St. Mary's couldn't have been any better, won that game and played perfect. And in the first half, couldn't have done much better against Duke, finished with the lead, had the momentum. And then second half, we're in good shape going to under 5 minutes. And as you know, a big play here or there can change momentum. And that was obviously a big play for us. And that would have been Zubik's 5th foul. And obviously he stays in the game, gets Duke had a couple key offensive rebounds down the stretch, and he helped with some of that. But in a game, one play doesn't define a game. I mean, that's what's great. I mean, after any sporting event, if a player feels like I cost us the game, no, you have so many plays and opportunities throughout the game. There's never one play that makes or breaks a basketball game. There's hundreds of them. And so I say all that to say Duke won. They won the national championship. That was a year where we could have won a national championship. But I think what I'll remember most is just the Baylor support and love for our players, and what a great stage that was nationally for people to see Baylor fans.
Coach, been lucky to be in the sports business for quite a while. Seen some very cool things and very cool arenas. I get asked all the time, like, where's the one place you'd still like to go? And I think I always kind of circle back around to Madison Square Garden. I've never been there, seen it from the outside. You're no stranger. I mean, you've played there before, won the NIT there, for example. But how many times now will this be at Madison Square Garden for you as a coach? And what is it about MSG that just has –
We just lost him. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. See if we can reconnect him.
All right. All right, yeah.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
All right.
Hold on, there we go. Here we go.
All right.
He's back.
Scott, Craig had a question about your time experience. Go ahead and finish it about Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, Coach, just was wondering about how many times now this will be for you coaching at Madison Square Garden, and what is it about an arena for those like myself who haven't, witnessed a game there that makes it still such a special place?
Paul, you have not been to a game. We got to fix that this year. Are you coming?
I've been.
Craig and Paul and I went to the one you played South Carolina, so we've been to that one. That wasn't a very good night, but we've been there, and it is amazing. Craig has not been able to experience that.
Okay. Well, Craig, are you coming this year on the 20th or not?
I'm tempted, Coach. Yeah, I'm very tempted.
Well, you definitely got to do that, and I know that's an early Christmas present from Paul and Craig to you, so we're good.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, but what makes it so special when people talk about the Mecca of college basketball, usually Madison Square Garden is what follows next. So you've had so many great basketball games, and so many legends have played on that court. Everybody grows up knowing about that. And,
Scott, do you like when you walk through the hall there? That was the thing when Smokey and I were there. It was just you look at it's not just basketball, which is
Allie Frazier.
It's Allie Frazier. It's Sinatra. It's whoever's been there. It feels different than playing almost anywhere else.
Yeah, definitely the who's who, and let's not forget your two pictures in there. I mean, that's definitely worthy of being noted. But greats that played there and performed there, and you're following legends. So unbelievable experience, and something that when we won the NIT championship and cut down nets in Madison Square Garden is another thing that you're just always going to remember as one of the highlights of your life.
Scott, tomorrow the Rucker Park event that the Big 12 announced earlier this year. The excitement, it's actually here. Your thoughts about that and the Big 12 continually finding new ways to scratch different places that otherwise may not know enough about the conference.
Well, I think, again, Brett is tremendous. Yarmark with media and attention. And I know when Coach Huggins and I came up here and the articles on that one media day talking about the season, just out of the box thinking, and anything that Brett does is always first class. So a chance to show the East Coast and provide a clinic for the kids in Rucker Park. I mean, that's just another thing that no one's done and you don't think of. But it's an unbelievable opportunity and something that the only thing I'm doing is praying for no rain. But other than that, it's going to be great. Another great day for the Big 12, and it seems like the Big 12 just keeps stacking great day after great day.
What is it like having him as the commissioner, knowing he's such a huge, crazy basketball fan?
I love it, and the fact that he's. You love visiting with people that are as passionate about things as you are. And like you said, not only does he like watching it, he knows it, and you can talk the game with him, and he appreciates it. So there's no doubt Big 12 basketball's been the best in the country and will continue under his leadership as well. And what I really like is just, again, we're kind of spoiled in our part of the country, having such good basketball programs and players over the years. It's great when we do events like this where people in the East Coast and West Coast and other places can talk about the Big 12 and talk about the accomplishments of the Big 12.
How about – go ahead, Craig. Go ahead. How about Jared Butler, 31 points last night in one of those Summer League games?
Well, I went to dinner with him the night before, so I texted him and I said, see, if you just go to dinner with me before every game, look what would happen. So,
there you go.
Yeah, couldn't be more proud of him and happy for him. And I tell you, Keontae, first team All Summer League performer, and he was tremendous prior to his injury. So he had a great summer league. Jared had a great summer league. So again, Baylor Bears doing big things. Kendall's we're coming off an injury, and I know the Pacers were happy with how he played and contributed. And it's great for us because we had a recruiting weekend. We were in Vegas, so we got to kill two birds with one stone, which made it awesome.
Scott Drew, Baylor men's basketball coach, with us on 365 Sports.
Yeah, Coach, don't know how many times you've been asked about it because it just happened, I guess, about a week ago, but your latest edition, I don't want to butcher his name just yet, still learning that, but Giannis, can you talk about your big man JUCO transfer from about a week ago?
Yeah, Giannis is somebody that, again, with the climate nowadays, it's hard to get to a roster of 13, and Giannis is someone that is going to come in and he's going to redshirt and he's going to practice every day, help us get better. And then in the process, we've had so many players that have really grown and improved during a redshirt year, and that's the plan. Things can always change, but right now that's what we forecasted with them, and somebody with 6'7", 6'8", and 7-foot plus wingspan, somebody that again makes it tough to score in practice and makes everybody compete harder. When you have iron sharpens iron, is what we say, and you think about it, most Division I is going to struggle to get the 13 scholarship players. So let's say you're at 11 or 12. Normally you have 1 or 2 out with injuries. Remember, you got to compete 5-on-5 every day in practice. So it's going to be really critical as coaches and teams try to finish out their rosters with portal movement and whatnot, so that you can improve and get better every day. Because with so many new players, you can't do 3-on-3 and 4-on-4 and gain the chemistry and continuity that you're going to need to be successful. And I just saw John Rostring put out the percentages of returning scoring in the Big 12, and it looks like most leagues where you have 30, 40, at most 50% scoring returning. So again, with so much turnover, practice time is so critical, and being able to have competitive 5-on-5 practices so guys can bond. And we've loved our group so far. It's been a great summer. We really got the hardworking guys, got a lot of potential, a lot of promise. And we have when the schedule is released for our non-conference, it'll be another monster and hopefully top 3, top 5 schedule in the country when all's said and done. And I know Baylor fans today are really excited about the Duke game, because I get asked more than any other school, when are we playing Duke? So you got your answer, and hopefully we see people there.
All right, last thing, if you don't mind, and I know you've been all over the dang country, everywhere, but your staff has been grinding on this roster because it is different, as you mentioned, than ever before. The thoughts about the patience you have to put together a roster now these days in Division I basketball.
We're on uncharted waters and something new for all of us. And junior colleges coaches even say we got it worse than them. So I know we're going to adjust the calendars. We're going to figure things out because at the end of the day, there has to be more stability. There has to be more opportunity for young people to make sure they're graduating and doing what they came to college to do, and that's get a degree. But to start with, normally you recruit 3 to 4 guys a year, and now everybody's recruiting on average 8, 9, 10 guys a year. So it's kind of like, for everybody that can relate, whatever you do at work, just double it. And that's what everyone's been trying to do.
Thank you so much for your time. Have fun tomorrow, Rucker Park. Hope it doesn't rain. Duke and Baylor coming up.
Pray for no rain.
Pray for no rain. Scott Drew, national championship head basketball coach for Baylor, with us on 365 Sports. We appreciate him jumping on. Rucker Park tomorrow. Duke, Baylor in December. Madison Square Garden, where Allie